why don't we get into the Khloe Kardashian of it all? She saw all of the good PR that her younger sister Kylie Jenner was getting for admitting to her boob job and giving somebody like who was asking her on TikTok some instructions on what to ask the doctor for, how many cc she's got put in, a little bit over the muscle, a little bit under the muscle. Can I ask you guys, do any of you guys have boob jobs, or are you thinking of getting any? Listen, I feel like I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten, everything. But sometimes these things look so cool where you're like, you know what? Like, hell yeah. Maybe I don't know. But I really, Kylie got a really good rec. She really got a good job. So, learning all that, I was like, let me take some notes and put it on the side just in case it ever comes to that. But is it true that you really have to, even today, or has the technology changed? Do you have to really change this stuff every 10 years? Because that's the thing that would really turn me off to it, because like, I don't want to be going to the surgery every like decade, you know what I mean? Especially as you're getting older and older, like, oh, listen, recovery is rough, So I don't see that for myself. And I'm also kind of concerned about breast implant illness. Is that still a thing that goes on? Are people still suffering from that sort of thing? Just curious, just thinking out loud. Anyway, Khloe wanted some of that good PR for herself. And she also wanted to distract from the fact that she and her family, right? So there was Kim, there was Kris, there was Kendall, there was Kylie. They all went to Venice, Italy for that marriage between Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, and all of them are being dragged. People are screaming, eat the rich, like they do all the time, right? And so this is a distraction from that, you guys, okay? Just saying. Anyway, here's Khloe giving you advice on what she's had done. She says that she has had a nose job by this doctor, so now you know which doctor not to go to. She's had laser hair removal for her hairline and everywhere else. She got Botox and Sculptra, where her face tumor was removed in her cheek. She had soft wave laser for skin tightening, filler in the past, but not over the past few years. Okay, girl, your lips say otherwise, your chin says otherwise, your cheeks say otherwise. Lost 80 pounds over the year, tag your Ozempic. Collagen baby threads underneath my chin and neck to snatch the jawline. Salmon sperms facial, girl, okay. Regular facials, peptides, vitamins, and daily skincare. In 2025, there are many other things we can do before surgery, but when it's time, and if I choose to, I know some great doctors. Listen, girl, why don't we talk about those BBLs? Why don't we talk about that tummy tuck? Or are we still not going to go there? Did she even mention a boob job? She didn't mention a boob job. Didn't she get a boob job too? Didn't they all get boob jobs? Just saying. Listen, this is the thing about celebrities. They'll always be half honest with you, right? They'll be honest about one thing, but not the other. And then a lot of people, the unjaded, the uninitiated, they fawn all over it like, wow, they're so open, they're so honest. No, there's still some stuff that's missing here, that they can come out and talk about when they're ready, right? Jaleesa, yes, Kylie was talking about it on TikTok. It went viral when she did, because people were like, whoa, she's telling the girl, her doctor, how many cc's. She said it was like a hybrid between over the muscle, under the muscle. I will say that this was probably about like 3 weeks ago. So it was very, very recent. Gwen says, I've thought about a reduction for sure, but I love my girls. Listen, you know what? Hell yeah, right? It's so hard. I feel like these decisions are so permanent. And once you have like a certain size, like you're just so used to it. It's one of the first things you see every day. So just like having that change would be so like shocking. You know what I mean? Minnie says, I had a double mastectomy due to cancer, but yes, my plastic surgeon says I have to replace them every 10 years. Minnie, you are such a warrior. Oh my God. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but kudos to you for whooping cancer's behind and coming out with a sweet rack. Do you like them? Do they look good? Like you're happy with it and everything like that? Wow. Okay. So it's still a thing too, that you have to change them every 10 years. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I think for me, that's what kind of makes me nervous, because honestly, recovery is tough, right? When you're coming out of surgery, like it takes you down for a little bit, and I don't want to be down for the count. So I'm a little nervous, but sometimes these things look so good that you're like, you know what? Hell yeah, it's worth it. I don't know. Paprika says, no, Grace, don't waste your money or time on the recovery. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Paprika. That's so nice of you. Like sometimes you just, you're like, I want my boobs to be the first thing that enter a room. Hello. So he says, I like plastic surgery in theory, but me personally, I'm not getting cut open just so people could. No, it's not about people thinking you look good. It's so you think you look good, right? It's about you. So like, if you're happy and everything, do not do it. Never do it for other people ever. For example, for me, when I did my nose, I've been obsessed with that since I was a kid, So like for me, it was like, hell yeah, like I like, admiring it when I'm doing my little videos and whatnot too. And for the boobs, like, I feel like I've got a great set, but like, I would like an exaggerated set, maybe like, I don't know. So he says, my aunt has a boob job in 2010 and hers are great still. Never touch them up and down. Wow. 15 years in. Good for her. Good for her. RL says, I just had one for medical reasons. And yes, the doc said to replace them every 10 years. Wow. Okay, you guys, listen, I'm really liking getting you guys's takes and like, people that you guys know in your family or your friends or whatever, or you yourselves and, your experience with this stuff. I know a girl, she got a nose job and a boob job at the same time, right? And so we were following each other in our journeys and whatnot. And she had her boobs taken out within a month. She said she instantly felt like just her body was fighting against this like these foreign objects in her, like the silicone, and so she had to take it out like as soon as she could have. So I think for her it was like 3 months or something, but like she really, really could not stand it instantly. As soon as she woke up, like she was freaking out about that. Erin says, Sammy Sheen just got her implants out. Wow, after being sick for 2 years, ever since she got them. Damn. You know what that kind of reminds me of? That kind of reminds me of, who is that? The Housewives of Beverly Hills, Yolanda Hadid. A lot of people said that her Lyme disease stuff was most likely breast implant illness. And a lot of people were saying that about Wendy Williams as well. A lot of people were saying that, when she was having all these issues, we know she has Graves' disease and lymphedema and stuff, but some people were saying, listen, maybe your implants that you've had since, how long she had them? Since the 90s, never changed them. Maybe it has something to do with that as well. Ramster says, Kong and good PR, let her apologize to her sister's friend who allegedly kissed her trash baby daddy. I do wonder if she apologized in private, because that really was so dirty of her to do to such a young girl, especially knowing that her man was trash and he was always going to cheat. And he just, she went through all of that, ruined her reputation for what? To take him back and for him to do it again a million times over, please. Right? And exactly, Jaleesa and RL, she is being disingenuous. She's not telling the whole truth, the full truth. This is selective. And again, she's just trying to distract you from, them going to that wedding that everybody is getting slammed for. And yes, me, shout out to you, Hot Girl Summer. There you go, Hot Girl Summer. That's the thing. Listen, now I'm like feeling good about wearing crop tops for the summer, but it's the boobs. I'm like, wow, if I had like big boobs too to go with this. Anyway, let me get off this topic before I start booking an appointment. Anytime, Deshauna. We're so happy to have you here, boo. We are sending you a big, big, big virtual hug. Caroline says there's such a thing as exactly. So I'm kind of nervous about that overall. And yes, Jaleesa, please tell your aunt to stay on top of it, to offer. It might have something to do with that.